Most people want financial freedom, but very few experience financial acceleration. That's what we're going to talk about today. Some tools that I have to help you accelerate in your finances. Come on, let's go. Hi, I'm Ebony Bowler, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about financial acceleration. My previous video, I told you where I've been, and I introduced two books to you that I've written that's going to help you in your finances. Let's take a step back and talk about my background. So 20 years plus in the financial industry. I used to be a stockbroker. I'm also an insurance agency owner. I've helped several other people start their businesses. And so what you're going to get from me, from this channel, and from the two books that I authored so far, you're going to get hands-on experience. We're going to talk about lessons that I've learned and some mistakes that I've made. I talk about things that it took me 15, 20 years to learn that you could learn overnight and literally start implementing to help your finances. We create a 30-day plan, a guide that it takes you 30 days to create, but that you can use for a lifetime. Acceleration is not a get rich quick thing. It is truly about clear financial education, uh, consistent application, and principles that guide you along the way when it comes to your decisions, because many people are busy in life, but they're not progressing. They have a ton of things going on, a lot of business opportunities. Some of them have gone to school forever and a day, but they are not actually progressing. And that's what we talk about in this book. And that's what I teach you and what I've learned and where I've been. I'm also going to show you some true proof in the pudding, not just my word. But we're going to get into that a little bit more as you continue to follow my channel, follow me, continue to listen in and implement. So the role of biblical principles in finances, let's talk about that. I make no bones about it, no apologies that I am a Christian, that I walk the walk, and I also talk the talk. And so principles in the Bible that it's is key, that works for us if we work it every time, is things such as stewardship, discipline, planning, and integrity. Yeah, that big word. Doing what you say you're going to do, sticking to it, even when nobody's watching. And that's one of the strong suits. If you ask anybody that knows me personally, am I trustworthy? You're going to get a yes. Do I practice integrity? Absolutely. Do I nail it every time? No. But do I do my best to do it? And am I known by that? Absolutely. Discipline? Yes. With me getting sick last year up into this year, I was bedridden for a year. Guess what changed for me? It was discipline. I had to eat a specific diet that I found out about, thanks to the help of a friend of mine that's a nurse, along with me hiring a nutritionist. And when I started eating and making myself disciplined to that plan, it's like my body just said yes, my strength came in, and I was able to walk. So let's just give you an example of how important discipline is, and something that I've learned over the years, and now I'm walking it out, and even the more in my finances. So let's explain how these principles support long-term financial growth, right? So again, I want to emphasize faith. That's one of the things that has taken me to the place where I am today. There's no way a person can survive almost 2 years without doing the job that they did, which for me as an insurance agency, not getting any not getting any disability income, and then turning around and paying out tons of $1,000, along with great insurance that I still have, medical insurance, but still out of pocket spending thousands and thousands of dollars just to take care of main things like copays, physical therapy for over a year, copays 2 and 3 times a week. We're talking about hundreds of dollars a week just in copays. We're talking about when I first got out of the hospital, 15 prescriptions, hundreds of dollars in prescriptions a month. We're talking about adult Depends that I had to wear and all those things. Because again, I was laying in bed for an entire year. So going back to all of that, that's what saw me through. So I know that if you really truly get to understand a stewardship, that discipline, and those principles biblically and also financially, you will knock it out of the park, and you'll knock it out of the park in such a short period of time. Because newsflash, we're getting older every day. We are dying as far as our bodies every single day. So the quicker and the sooner that you can learn a principle, implement it, and get results, the better. That's what everybody's after, acceleration. So let's talk about some structured financial foundations. We're going to talk about how money works. That's in the book. We're going to talk about decisions, how they compound over time, whether that's decisions that you make or decisions that other people make for you that you're not even aware of. We're going to talk about writing from a financial perspective, not emotion or hype, but things that are written down that you're going to implement in the 30-day financial workbook. See how big this book is? It's huge for a reason because it's full pages in here for you to write, for you to get going and designing a plan that works for you, where you didn't have to pay thousands of dollars to get it. I'm not against that. Yeah. When I was a stockbroker, when I had my Series 7, I did venture in on the world of, financial planning. And yeah, I was going to get paid upwards $900 or more to write a person a financial plan. And that was like over 10 years ago. Now I can only imagine how much it costs to get a financial plan written. I don't have to have one because I already know a lot of it. I was licensed, so I know a lot of that. But that's saving you thousands of dollars until you get there. You may eventually need someone to help you write a financial plan. I'm not saying that. But for now, you work with what you have. You do what you can do until you can do better. It's all about baby steps to getting to this huge, big goal. So, why the 30-day financial workbook and why it matters? Knowledge alone doesn't accelerate you, but application does. And guess what? The workbook makes you do the work. It creates daily engagement, it forces you to reflect and take action, it builds financial discipline. That's all what we need. It's helping you by using both the book and the financial workbook together. Is going to increase your momentum. Now, on this channel, I'm not going to always be talking about the book. And no, on this channel, I'm not. I'm constantly trying to offer you something or sell you something. If you go back and look at my other probably 60 plus videos before this one, I didn't have anything to offer you except for free education. But I realized I was doing people a disservice because if all you're doing is just listening and you're never applying, then that means you're never getting anywhere. You're never pushing forward. You're never going to reach your goals. So let's talk about who this book is for. It is for people tired of financial confusion. There are a million and one books out there that you can purchase, a million and one gurus. I'm not saying these people are wrong. I believe God has designed it for there's multiple people out there with different niches, different genres of who you're going to listen to and who you're going to hear, who's going to speak the loudest in finances. I'm not for everyone, but I'm certainly for a lot of people. And the same for them. Again, so it is definitely for people who are tired of financial confusion. This book is also going to be for those seeking structure and accountability. If you don't have structure and you don't have accountability in your life, you're never going to get to any place of true substance. I know that I came from a household where there was no structure and there wasn't a lot of accountability, not shaming anyone, but it's the truth. And so it took me a very long time to get to where I am. And again, time is something we don't get back. So I'm going to help you accelerate past all that time that it took me to get here. Isn't that cool? Again, this book is for anyone who wants financial growth aligned with values. You've got to have values. You've got to have financial growth. If you want those two aligned, then this book is for you. Raise your hand. It's for me. It's for me. Comment somewhere below. It's for me. It's for me. It's not just a book for believers, although it is a great book for believers. Wait a minute, I'm losing my light here. Okay, but is anyone open to principle-based money management? So if you're open to principle-based money management, then this book is definitely going to be for you. Sorry about that. Let's talk about summing this thing up. I don't want these videos to be excruciating long, and I don't want to move too quickly. But I do want to emphasize the importance of getting started today with a financial plan and a financial goal. I know as a as a stockbroker, trading stocks and educating people on stocks and investments, and then teaching my own self how to trade options and all those great things that I would love to talk about on this video. But I know I can't even go there until you do the basics, which is get your 30-day financial guide completed. Write you a 30-day financial guide, and that's what this book helps you to do. Once you've got that and it's sound and you're moving in the right direction, then you'll be at a place once you've got your emergency money put up, once you've got some savings, once you've paid down debt, all those things, then you can move into that area. And trust me, it doesn't take very long. And I'm not saying that you can't invest along the way because I did, but I'm saying if you don't tackle those things and you don't put what's important first and next, then you're going to find yourself stuck and struggling, and you're just not going to get to where you need to be. And you're going to find yourself year after year writing all these New Year resolutions, saying you're going to be better, saying you're going to do better, but end up being in the same place. Trust me, I know. And that's not what you want. Or people are going to die, be dead and gone, and you're going to miss out on so many things that you had planned to do with them. I know that too. Oh, when I get retired, we're going to go fishing. Oh, when I don't work so many hours, we're going to take a trip. Oh, when this happens, when, and you never get there. I retired myself as far as corporate America over 10 years ago at the age of 36. But I'm not by any means retired yet. However, I don't have to go to a job where I'm going in and someone's giving me instructions and I'm working through that 40 hours a week. And that's not to shame anyone because I have no judgment here. And I started there, but I was able to end there, not end there, but I was able to end that situation very quickly by following these principles and then writing about those principles and then doing more and more and growing in my discipline and growing in my stewardship, which has landed me here now where I've been an entrepreneur for over 10 years and now an author of a book that is scaling quickly on Amazon. I've already got wonderful reviews. Thank you to those who have already purchased. Thank you to those who've already read and gave reviews. And thank you to those who are going to implement. But what I need you to do, if you're ready to stop drifting and start accelerating, I encourage you as a viewer of my channel to purchase both books on Amazon KDP. They're going to be listed in the link. Commit to reading and applying the material, and understand that acceleration starts with a decision. And so that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Next week, we're going to go deeper, or later in the week, even possibly, because my goal is to get you 2 videos out every week. I'm not guaranteeing because I'm still healing. I was in a bed for a year and I'm still recovering. I'm slowly walking out of a cane. I'm still with the cane, but I'm slowly getting to a place where I won't need the cane. But until I get there, and I do cough a lot just because my lungs are readjusting. I had pneumonia twice, I had COVID once, and then I had what is called Guillain-Barré syndrome. That's what landed me paralyzed for a few days, and then everything was just limp. You'll have to go back and look at some of the other videos where I talk about that as well. But I say that to say that in the next video, we're going to get deeper into the book and the workbook, and I'm going to give you more tools, more things that I learned as a stockbroker that will help you if you're interested in investing, things that I learned as an insurance agent and now an agency owner concerning insurances and things that you can do to set yourself up properly financially in the area of insurance if you die and while you're living, how to get some interest income without taking all the risk. So we're going to talk about those things, and I'm also going to talk to you about creating more several streams of income, because that's the problem for a lot of you. If you just have a job only, or you only have one income, you're already at a deficit. It takes multiple streams of income to build wealth. If that's your goal, or it takes several streams of income if you want to get to a place where you're not stuck or you're not having to answer to someone else for your day and your time and your hours, on a traditional work schedule. So again, thank you so much for watching. Please comment below if you've already read the book. If you have some financial stories you want to share, put that in there as well. How you got out, and things that you're doing along with reading the books and along with doing the work. All right, until next time, thank you so much for watching. I love you, and most of all, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, prosperous day. All right, until next time. Bye, guys.